96%. And our Kava trade was good for over 1,700 on two contracts. It's pretty good. It's a nice day, up a couple grand. Um, 96. Oh, I just heard myself. Oh, you got the Hawaiian shirt? Nice. I'm waiting on mine to come in.
I'm
Nah,
still waiting on mine too.
yeah, we're all waiting on ours. Some CLS bearish puts. All right, so let's talk a little shop here, and then we'll go into the goody goodies because I am officially retiring. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's talk shop. Today, we had our good friend Kava and short the burrito worked out like a charm. Was very happy we got to close out the puts this morning live with y'all because good thing we did, as we talked about this morning. Kava exceeded the market maker move 2x. So as we talked about risk versus reward yesterday, we got out this morning around 67. And good thing we did because look, it popped about 71 right after. So that was good for a 400%. So Chipotle was 400, Sweetgreen was 500, Cava 400. And I think that's going to be yeah, it went straight up after we got out, huh? I think that's probably going to be the last hoorah of earnings. AUPH is up, wow, almost 7% now. Um, I think that should be the rest of earnings, from my understanding. I don't know if we have any other big names upcoming. And then let's take a look at the markets. This is one thing. Oh, SanDisk. I feel like I already missed it. It went up so much. I never bought them. I'm not, I never bought them, so I feel like I missed out on it. It went up so much. When was that? August 8th. And I remember it's up $3 already. I mean, the golden goose already laid the egg, maybe. Um, so their earnings too, what, after the bell tomorrow? Probably goes up. I just have no skin in the game. But one thing, oh, Real. Oh, yeah, you mentioned Real. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that one has been going up. Wow. Was Real? Oh, no. I thought Real was the penny option scanner. It was last week. Oh, so a lot of calls. I missed that one too. I can't get them all. I did find it funny that PSKY is up a lot and Kramer, oh my God, it went up to 17. Kramer this morning at like 10 o'clock said it was a meme stock and basically a pump stock, and then it rallied. I mean, it's up 44%. Holy crap. But that is good for TKO. I sold some more TKO today too. It's up like 20 bucks. No, like 35 bucks in a week. And then one thing to keep an eye out for, and you're seeing this rotation, very, very good. Oh, you're welcome in Kava puts. This is probably the best rotation of the market. You got a Fed speaker yapping right now, so just a heads up. This is probably the best rotation you will see in the stock market is if you look at the Russell 2000, which is small caps, the past 2 days, you've had a divergence. So it goes small caps, mid caps, or pardon me, small caps, NASDAQ from riskiest. Small caps are your riskiest, then NASDAQ, mid caps, then your Dow, big S&P 500 companies, that crap. So the Russell, if you look today, the Russell's up 1.33%, while the NASDAQ is down on the day, and the S&P is basically hunched. So you have seen the past 2 days, the Russell 2000 has had the biggest move higher. Why? The Russell needs to play catch up to the market. Okay. So the S&P is up 10% year to date, NASDAQ about 11%. The Russell's up like hunched. give or take. Therefore, everything else is, well, not the Dow. The Dow isn't at highs. NASDAQ, S&P is. The Russell could be a sleeper. I know I've been talking about this like a broken record recently, and because I have my money in it, I don't know. I bought a quarter million of the Russell in here, and then I went lower. But I have about $1 million in small and mid caps in my big account. So I'm looking for, and I'm hoping we finally get that rotation where the Russell moves and the overall market, like the S&P, could just stall or do nothing. So that would be the catch-up trade. The greatest uh, catch-up is the Russell 2000 small cap. So you do IWM, you could do IJR. Either or, same thing. IWM is way more liquid. And that leads us to the S&P. Would you buy the Russell? I have a lot of it. A lot of it. Like a lot of the Russell for me. So I own a lot of it. Um, what I'm looking for is the overall market. So like the S&P today, there's no vol because the VIX is what, 14? There's too much complacency, 1469 in the market. And vol is super cheap. So I did hedge with some NASDAQ bear put spreads. I bought some VIX long call spreads earlier in our 4 p.m. trade. But if you look today, we're already at max profit. Wow. Um, the S&P, we had the down arrow bear call spread. I mean, literally, we top ticked the market today. It's pretty wild. But you're having decent moves in the market. Like today, we're down 35 points from the highs with no vol. So it's made directional trading in individual stocks good, but the indexes, eesh,
Brutal.
eesh, to say the least. Yeah. So we have just been trading small. Like today, I did a three lot, a little over $300. But that's all. You don't have to do anything. I think if you're trading, like day trading, or trying to time the SPY, like I know some people try to time it. I mean, there's no money to be made, like trying to time it. I mean, intraday stuff, very risky. So instead, it's sell premium, try to give yourself somewhat of a cushion. Earnings, besides that, uh, oh, Resi looked really good. Yeah, Resi was the big one for today. This one looks great. Resi from the news flow scanner. That was a huge trade, a Mogan. That was really good from earlier today. But Christian has a good job. Five banger. Christian has officially doubled his account. Was Kava just puts? Yes. So I only do for earnings. I don't do spreads for earnings because you limit your gains. So I never do spreads for earnings because you do limit your gains. For example, if I would have bought a Kava put spread, I probably would have made 100% or 150%. Since I bought outright puts, I made 400%. So if you're already taking the risk for earnings, you might as well go big or go home. For example, publisher Nate told me he bought the trade desk puts for earnings. And I go, oh, or he went shorted. And I go, oh, you bought puts? He goes, no, I bought put spreads. Well, the stock was down 30%. If he bought puts, he would have been up 4,000%. But instead of doing a put spread, you limit your reward. So when you sell premium, you want to do a spread because you want limited risk, limited reward. But when you buy directional trades, you usually just want to do just outright calls or puts. Here's another example. Let's say I buy BMNR. This is a new IPO stock, right? And this is, again, going back to the risk versus reward of kind of Kava, what we talked about yesterday. Let's say I buy this BMNR calls, okay? And I buy the, maybe not the 105 calls. Let's say I buy the August 65 calls. Let's just say, for example, okay, BM&R, and I buy the August 65 calls. They're going to cost me $3. So let's just use the example. They cost me $3 to buy for the 65 calls. And let's say hypothetically, they cost me 300 bucks per contract. Let's say I wake up tomorrow and the stock's at 95. Okay. Maybe it's a news, maybe it's a buyout, who knows? Those calls, the 65 calls, go from $3 to $30. So I 10x my money. I make 10x. Amazing. My 300 bucks becomes $3,000 a contract. If I did a 10 lot, that's 30 grand. Sweet. But let's say I did the 65 70 call spread and I bought it for, let's say, $1.50. So my max gain is 350. So I'm risking $1.50 to make 350. We look at the percentage change. I paid 150 to make 350. I make 133%. So I make out of my 150 bucks, I make 133%. I don't know about you, but I would rather make 1,000% than 133% because I'm limiting my risk. So when you're buying options, you're already doing a limited risk trade. When you're selling options, you want to spread it because it's a limited risk. Now, you can make the case, yeah, it's good to do it on expensive options, and I do agree. But when you're playing very speculative stocks, like for example, I know Nvidia is not going to get bought out tomorrow. There's not a chance in hell. Or I know Avco is not going to get bought out tomorrow, right? And they're expensive options. So doing the spread is fine. But when I'm doing something where a stock where the options are not priced correctly, or when there could be a greater than expected market maker move or news, you're usually better off just buying the outright option than getting frisky. Yeah, I saw that. I saw bullish the IPO. I actually just messaged a buddy about it. Wow, it hit 118. Apparently, you could have got shares on Robinhood. I mean, not a lot, like 20 shares for like 77, I heard. Stuff like that. Oh yeah, yeah, I definitely have love in the IWM. The only one I really like, JB gave some earnings, is probably NU. Um, but we already took profits on this one from the other day. So I don't have any skin in the game. So I'm not gonna, you know, we already took profits on NU calls. So I'm not gonna reload or anything, but that was what, the other week? I did not know the donut hit though. When was that? Oh, back in July. Okay, that was a long time ago. So anyhow, I think trade small, don't do anything crazy, sell premium on the index, SPX, XXP if you can. Hopefully the VIX goes back up around 17, 20. That would be great. Gaps up a lot too today. I sold those calls too early. Besides that, vol is extremely, extremely, extremely low. A lot of complacency because the market's at all-time highs. So you do have to be a little bit of a sniper, pick your spots correctly. Um, Again, really just not trading any size. I mean, if you look at my book, I really have no size on at all, like nothing. Well, literally like nothing, like one lots. My big account, obviously a lot of small caps and stuff, but I really just have no desire to put on risk here. So just taking the SPX trade, I did a one lot and then it went up, so I was able to get some more prices from our class this morning. And we have another class next week. we're going to do, especially with a market maker move indicator, focus on and such, and hopefully the VIX goes higher. Christian, you want to take it away here? And
Yep.
Christian is going to be celebrating this week and doubling his account. And I'm going to be at Cava later having lunch or dinner.
Let's see. Lance, I do have a question for you before you go.
Go ahead.
Um, since we're being so conservative with the market like being up high, like what are some things that you're looking at to get a view on the market to like come back to like a normal market to where you are putting out those big trades and stuff and going for bigger hits, I guess.
We need the dumb money to get flushed out. So like 1 to 3 days of selling to where the